Expo 67 lasts only 6 months, and yet its creation requires the equivalent of a real wartime effort. Yves Jasmin, former Director of Information, Publicity and Public Relations for Expo 67, talks about the birth of the Universal Exhibition in Montreal.
Governments are often accused of procrastinating, of hesitating sometimes months and even years before committing. This was not the case for Expo 67. The idea was launched in 1958 at the Brussels Exhibition. It was thought that an exhibition of this caliber would be a wonderful way for Canada to celebrate the centennial of its confederation in 1967. The then Prime Minister, Diefenbaker, agreed to the idea of holding an exhibition in Montreal after consulting with Toronto Mayor Nathan Phillips, who said no thank you. Give it to Drapeau, it will ruin him. When the project was first launched to the Bureau of International Exhibitions in Paris, Canada was rejected in favor of the USSR, which wanted to mark the 50th anniversary of the Bolshevik Revolution in 1917. But its candidacy was finally withdrawn on April 1st, 62. So Montreal resubmitted its application, which was approved in November of the same year, 1962, with the mandate to hold 52 months later a universal and international exhibition, the first in the Americas. To that end, the company of the exhibition was created before the end of the same year, 1962. Commissioner General Paul Bienvenu, Deputy Commissioner General Salzy Carlsley, and CEO Claude Robillard, who worked for the municipal government of Montreal, were named to the board. Little has been said about this first administration, but it was this board who came up with the theme of the exhibition and its symbol, who brought together a group of intellectuals to address the question at Montebello, and who sent, with the help of Canadian Ministry of External Affairs, an invitation to all of the countries of the world to come and participate in this adventure. At this point, a conflict arose with Mayor Drapeau, which led to the resignation of the first group. Mr. Drapeau, who had considered several options, decided to house the exhibition at both ends of the Sainte-Hélène island to create Ile Notre-Dame and to expand the Mackay Pier. The group headed by Bienvenu, Carlsy, and Robillard objected and then resigned. The new company of the exhibition accepted the plan with enthusiasm, and the mayor began construction of the site. If there's a will, there's a way. Of the 52 months before the deadline, only 40 remained. Several countries had already accepted. A sketch of what the expo would consist of had been prepared, but we were not ready yet.
We are approaching the large sculpture named Man. It alludes to the theme of Expo, man and his world. The theme of Expo derives from the title of Antoine de Saint-Exupéry's novel, Terre des Hommes. It also showcases what unites humanity, and it reflects the optimism of the 60s. We have confidence in the future, in man, and in new technologies. Stop on the bridge for a moment.
Expo was the first exhibition to give concrete form to its theme. 7 sub-themes were developed. Man the Explorer. Man the Producer. Man the Creator. Man in the Community.
Aux portes de la cité.
Man in Health. Man in Agriculture. Finally, a synthesis of all these ideas was presented inside the Labyrinth, a creation of the National Film Board and the forerunner of our IMAX projections.
Walk slowly towards the sculpture Man. Once there, take your time to explore the sculpture from all angles.